Good evening, Beer Fan TV. Welcome to another episode. Tonight we have Crew Republic Drunken Sailor on the perfect draft behind me. I think you saw on the intro me pouring the beer. Fantastic out of that machine. It's stored and poured at 3 degrees and it's kept in there. At the moment I think my machine is actually showing about 5. It's so warm at the moment. My machine struggled to stay down at 3. That could be something to do with the fact that it's stored on top of a beer fridge. May not necessarily the best thing for it, but in all fairness, I think the warmer the beer, especially an IPA, the more flavour you seem to get from it. So I don't think it's necessarily doing the beer any harm. But also tonight we've not obviously got the beer review, but we've also got, whilst I was surfing on the internet, I came across some pretty funny videos that we all know beer is cool, but some of the people that drink it are not. And there was 1 or 2 funny videos that I thought that I want to share with you guys whilst you're watching the video. So yeah, if you want to find out what we think, have a look at these funny videos that I've seen. Get yourself a beer, get yourself some food, pull up a chair, do whatever you want to do, and let's get into it. So you saw me pour it at the very beginning. This is the beer. Fantastic, lovely beer that it is. I say it's a beer, it's fantastic IPA. It's brewed in Germany, and I bought the keg itself from Beerhawk, which is the major distributor of the kegs online here in the UK. I went to, and when I bought it in with 2 other kegs, so 3 at the same time. I used the Facebook group discount to get that, and it was 15% discount plus some beer tokens. I think the keg sells online for about £39.90, but obviously you've got your 15% off and also keg returns if you've got them, so you can make it a bit cheaper. I would heavily recommend getting yourself over to the Facebook group if you haven't already. Somewhere in the picture here is a picture of what it looks like, but get yourself over there, get yourself signed up, and using those that discount code if you're not already, because it will save you a serious amount of money if you're trying to feed one of these machines, because we all know they're expensive. So Crew Republic itself, I'm just going to top this up. Absolutely, I love beer from that machine. In all my time of having many different beers, I've never come across a bad one. But the best thing about one of these machines is there's so much choice, and I heavily recommend that anyone that buys one of these machines doesn't stick to lager. If that's your normal thing, get on there and try all the different beers. I mean, to give you a rough idea, at the moment they've got 6 different Abbey beers, 2 blondes. They've even got a Christmas beer. I think that's seasonal, might be out of stock. There's fruit beers. There's 8 IPAs. IPAs, if you're an IPA drinker and you drink on the sub, you only get 3 litres, 2 litres. Apologies. Here you get 5. It's a lot more cheaper, to be honest, to drink it on here than it is the sub. So, but there's 8 to choose from. Lagers, there's 22. There's 3 pale ales, there's even a stout now, there's a strong ale, and there's even 5 wheat beers. So much choice. Admittedly, they're not all in stock at the same time. You generally tend to find that when football's on or something like that, or Christmas or a pandemic, you find that list does shrink down a bit because they're generally not in stock. If you're lucky enough though, you might find someone in your local area, small shop or something similar, that actually stocks them. So you never know. Could be quite lucky, and you can get yourself down there to get it. But big thing is the discount code that we talked about earlier. So anyway, I purchased this, bought it from Beerhawk, had it delivered. Absolutely fantastic. So what's my thoughts? Well, first of all, I'd always say I was always a lager drinker, and it wasn't until I really got this perfect draft that I started trying some of the other stuff. And as far as IPAs go, I think this might actually be the best one that I've tried. I've had the Goose Island IPA on it as well. I thought that was really good, but I think this might just be a little bit better. And the reason being is because it's the hops. It's brewed for longer. So what you generally tend to find is, especially with the Goose Island IPA, that has that quite strong hoppy taste. And if you're a lager drinker, that might be something you might struggle with. But I find that with this one, you notice it on the first maybe 2 or 3 mouthfuls. but then it does really start to sort of, you don't notice it, and this stuff is really easy to drink, especially out of that machine when it comes out 3-4 degrees, really cold. And the body on it is quite heavy, so it carries it pretty well. On a hot day it's really, really nice, but it's just smooth, it's not overly bitter, and it's actually quite easy to drink. So anyone who is a lager drinker and is thinking they normally get their Stellas, the Lambrau, something like that, and they want to order something a bit different, this is a really good shout. It's really quite easy to drink. It does have a little bit of a citrusy aftertaste. The first mouthful I had of this, the first thing that came to mind, that's the easiest thing for most people to kind of think of, that you could, you know, familiarise yourself with, is lilt. I thought it tasted a bit like lilt. It's the truth. And I was thinking, like, have they put the wrong keg in here? Has it had the wrong beer put in it? But no, that is pretty much what it tastes like. But it is nice, it's easy to drink. And mine is I'm about 9 days in on this keg, and I'm down to almost the empty bits now. And the great thing with it is that it still tastes great 10 days in. So the time it's been in there, the taste, the beer doesn't degrade. So it's actually quite nice. So I'd say again, really nice beer, really easy to drink, really smooth, tastes nice, heavy body, so it carries that cold quite well. Great on a hot day. I've had it with the football's been on in the evenings. Just go very careful though, because it is about, I want to say 6.4%, which is quite strong, and especially if you're drinking this stuff on a school night, you know, yeah, 6.4% it comes in at, and it's served at 3 degrees. Yeah, it's quite strong. So, and the headache the next day and the hangover can be quite severe. So go careful with it, but it's a really good, enjoyable one, and I do genuinely recommend it for all of the kind of newbies to IPAs, and newbies to the beer, and people trying it for the first time. So yeah, I hope that's helped. I hope you enjoyed the review. And now I've got some videos. This is a new segment that we're trying. It's kind of watch along with Adam. What do you think of these ones? I've got some different videos coming up, but I thought what we'd start with is, you know, beer's cool, but when you've had a few, you can act a bit like an idiot. So I think the idea is drink safely and in moderation, and don't turn into one of these, is probably the best way to put it. So if we have a very quick look, here we go. So this first video that we're about to look at is, we've all got a friend like this, who has a few beers. You get yourself into the takeaway on the way home, and you know, we all know when we've had a few, we seem to think we're a bit of an expert at everything, and sometimes our karate moves come out. Love this. Here we go. Nice clothes. Nice shirt. Looking snappy. Here we go. Go on, Bruce Lee. Love it. So I think the key to that one is, guys, know your limit. And if you are going to go into one of these eateries after your night out on the town, remember not to act like a complete and utter plonker. The next one is quite funny to me, because I think a lot of us perfect drafters can relate to this one, especially during lockdown. You generally tend to find the pubs and stuff are closed. So if you were to be drinking at home, you wake up the next morning and you realise you've bought yourself a beer fridge. That's what happened with me, and I had to explain it to the wife. And yeah, I think a few of us have been in this position before. I love it. Look, is it the machine? Waving his hands out. How much have I spent? Look at this guy. Oh, brilliant. Been there. He's like, oh my god, did he go to a strip club? Brilliant. Love it. And I think the last one was one of my favourites that I saw. Basically, I'm looking on YouTube sometimes for bits that I can put into the videos. And I come across funny videos. This one is brilliant. Look at him spinning. Wham! It's the funny guy goes, it's my TV. But anyway, guys, they're the 3 funny videos I wanted to share with you guys. And make you laugh a little bit while you're having your beers. Most important thing is, look, everyone, enjoy your beer, enjoy your evening, and we look forward to seeing you on another video again in the future. We've got Lambrau coming up, which I think is quite nice. It's a lager. I've not actually reviewed that yet. Had it before, but not reviewed it, so I thought that would be quite nice. And we've also sorted out the sound quality as well. As you probably picked up from this video, we've now got a mic. So the idea is things should be sounding a little bit better. But yeah, listen guys, enjoy the football. Fingers crossed England win, and for the Scottish fans, you never know, Italy might get one over us. But I'll see you on the next one. See ya.